What was the official name of the first World Cup? A. Prudential World Cup. B. Different champions. C. Australian treble. D. Hosts triumph. Correct answer is A. Prudential World Cup. Who won the cricket first World Cup? A. England. B. Australia. C. West Indies. D. New Zealand. Correct answer is C. West Indies. In first-class Indian matches, the maximum distance allowed from the pitch to the boundary line is A. 75 yards, B. 60 yards, C. 65 yards, D. 68 yards. Correct answer is A. 75 yards. Who was the man of the match in the 1975 World Cup final? A. Clive Lloyd. B. Ian Chappell. C. Gary Gilmore. D. Keith Boyce. Correct answer is A. Clive Lloyd. Which national team is called Baggy Greens? A. Australia. B. New Zealand. C. West Indies. D. England. Correct answer is A. Australia. India achieved its first Test victory against Australia in A. Kanpur, 1959-60, B. Firoz Shah Kotla, 1959-60, C. Eden Gardens, 1959-60, D. Brabourne Stadium, 1959-60. Correct answer is A. Kanpur, 1959-60. Which Indian player was rusticated and sent back during the 1936 English tour? A. Lala Amarnath. B. Muhammad Nisar. C. M.J. Gopalan. D. C.K. Naidu. Correct answer is A. Lala Amarnath. Who is the first batsman to cross 10,000 runs in a test? A. Sunil Gavaskar. B. Ricky Ponting. C. Jacques Kallis. D. Sachin Tendulkar. Correct answer is A. The first Asia Cup was held at A. Sharjah. B. Colombo. C. Bangabandhu. D. Eden Gardens. Correct answer is A. Sharjah. When were Test matches first televised? A. June 24, 1938, England vs Australia. B. May 21, 1938, England vs Australia. C. June 29, 1938, England vs Australia. D. July 24, 1938, England vs Australia. Correct answer is A. हेलो दोस्तों, गवर्नमेंट तैयारी .com में आपका स्वागत है। क्या आप गवर्नमेंट जॉब की तैयारी कर रहे हैं और क्या आप सरकारी नौकरी की तलाश कर रहे हैं? हम यहाँ पे आपको नई सरकारी नौकरी की सूचना, सरकारी रिजल्ट, पुराने परीक्षा के PDF और साथ ही हम आपको फ्री क्विज भी उपलब्ध करवाते हैं, जिसे आप बिल्कुल मुफ्त डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं। आप हमें सोशल मीडिया जैसे कि फेसबुक, ट्विटर, इंस्टाग्राम पर फॉलो कर सकते हैं। आपको सभी लिंक वीडियो की डिस्क्रिप्शन में मिल जाएंगे। तो आज ही हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और अधिक जानकारी के लिए हमारी वेबसाइट पे जाएं। Who was the first bowler to take a hat-trick? A. Fred Spofford, the 2nd of January 1879. B. Tom Emmett, the 2nd of January 1879. C. Billy Murdoch, the 2nd of January 1879. D. J. George Uliott, the 2nd of January 1879. Correct answer is A. Fred Spofford, the 2nd of January 1879. Who has the best Test career batting average? A. D.G. Bradman, Oz. B. A.C. Rogers, Oz. C. R.G. Pollock, SA. D. Gus Hadley, Y. Correct answer is A. D.G. Bradman, Oz. Who were the two umpires in the first ever one-day international? A. T.F. Brooks and Lou Rowan. B. Billy Bowden and Gregory Brathwaite. C. David Constant and T.F. Brooks. D. Lou Rowan and Charlie Elliott. Correct answer is A. Brooks and Rowan. When was overarm bowling accepted as legal? A. 1875, B. 1864, C. 1875, D. 1980. Correct answer is B. 1864. When was the first Women's World Cup? A. 1970, B. 1983, C. 1981, D. 1973. Correct answer is D. 1973. Who is the number one ranked team in women's cricket? A. South Africa, B. Australia, C. New Zealand, D. England. Correct answer is B. Australia.
Who is the number one bowler in women's cricket? A. Jhulan Goswami, B. Megan Shutt, C. Jess Jonassen, D. Sophie Ecclestone. Correct answer is C. Jess Jonassen, Australia. Which cricketer played most matches as a captain in the women's cricket tournament? A. Mithali Raj, B. Belinda Clark, C. Susan Goatman, D. Heather Knight. Correct answer is A. Mithali Raj 28. Which women's cricket team won the second World Cup? A. India, B. New Zealand, C. Australia, D. England. Correct answer is C. Australia, in 1978, and India was runner-up. Which women's cricket team made the highest score? A. England, B. Australia, C. New Zealand, D. West Indies. Correct answer is B. Australia, score 412 in 3-wicket against Denmark.
Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you. Ain't